My name is Mr. Newman, and I'm here this afternoon with Ms. Etterbeek and some special friends to teach you a little bit about instruments that are in an orchestra. And this afternoon we'd like to play the instruments for you, and you'll learn a little bit about their names and what they sound like. So before I introduce you to Ms. Edderbeek, who's going to show you our first instrument, let's play a little game, because I'd like to see if you guys are good musicians. So I'm going to clap a rhythm with my hands, and then when I point to you, you clap it back. So whatever I do, you do, and try to do the same rhythm. Okay? So I'll start really easy, and then we'll make it harder. So watch. On that last one, I did this. That was a silence, so I didn't clap. Can someone raise their hand and tell me what a silence is called in music when there's no note? It's just a silence? Yes. A rest. Very good. Great. So, Ms. Edderbeek, you want to come up and tell us about our first bunch of instruments that we're going to learn about?
Hi, my name is Mrs. Navarrete, and it's so good to be at your school today. We're going to be showing you instruments about the orchestra family. So we're going to start actually with the woodwind family. And my friend over here is going to stand up. Does anyone know what instrument this is? What is this? The flute, that's right. So this is in the woodwind family, and on an instrument, it's actually really interesting because something needs to vibrate to make sound. This is the only instrument. Melissa, sorry, it's Melissa. Oh, by the way, these are all friends from John Burroughs High School down the street. Yep. Okay, so Melissa, why don't you tell our friends here at Edison how sound is made on your flute?
You blow across the mouthpiece.
You blow across the mouthpiece and the air kind of gets stuck in there and it vibrates to make sound. Can you make a sound on the instrument without the whole instrument? She's going to show you what it sounds like when you first produce sound on the flute. Pretty exciting, right? Okay. Now she's going to put it in her instrument. And when you press different keys and buttons on the instrument, then you can make different notes. And she's going to probably play a scale for us. The higher the sound, and the bigger the instrument, the lower the sound. Very good. Okay, well now we're going to go to our reed family. So within the woodwind family, there are instruments that have reeds on them. So I need my next set of instruments to come over here. Does anyone know what instrument this is? Yes, clarinet. And does anyone know what this piece of wood is called on the clarinet? Yes, a reed. That's correct. And when you blow air, the reed is attached to a mouthpiece. And when you blow air, the reed vibrates. Exactly. Remember we learned that something has to vibrate to make sound on your instrument? And Brandon is going to demonstrate what it sounds like when you blow air with the reed in the mouthpiece. Kind of sounds like a party horn, right? Okay, so we probably don't want to listen to that all day, although it was really lovely. But when you put the instrument together, then you can you do low sounds on the clarinet? So you can play low, and then she can play high. Yay! Okay, so then within the woodwind family, there's this really cool family of double reeds. So that means you have two reeds and they're put together, hence the word double. And we have my friend Nick behind us. Now, Nick can't stand up because his instrument is so big. Can you hold it up? This instrument might be bigger than some of you. And this is called, does anyone know what this is called? Yeah, the yellow and the black. It's a tricky one. No, it's actually called a bassoon. Isn't that cool? So this is a double reed instrument. We don't get to see these all the time. They're kind of rare. And it comes with a reed, and he's going to demonstrate what the reed sounds like by itself. Listen to this. Does that sound good to you? Okay, so do you think that Nick's instrument is going to sound high or low? You guys must be listening. That's right, because his instrument's pretty big, right? And we said the bigger the instrument, the lower the sound. So he's going to demonstrate that for us. Excuse you. All right, can you play anything for us? Okay, so now we're going to bring out my other two friends here, and they also play a double reed instrument. Does anyone know what instrument this is called? Yes. You look so sure of yourself. Okay. Anybody? Yes. A saxophone. The saxophone does have a reed, but this is a double reed instrument. Emily. An oboe. That's right. This is called an oboe. And it also has a double reed. So one of you is going to demonstrate what it sounds like when you blow into a double reed on the oboe. Pretty cute, right? Okay, and then we're going to put it in the instrument, and this is what it sounds like when you blow into the instrument. Harry Potter! Okay, so I know that there's another family of instruments sitting on the stage, but they're not part of the woodwind family, so I can't talk about them right now. We're going to talk about them later. But they're kind of a unique family because they can play in a couple of different families, so they're multifunctional. So when you put all the instruments together, then there's this other really cool instrument. Sorry, see, I forget, there's so many. Another reed instrument, and this is Nick again. See, Nick, what instrument did he play before? Bassoon, very good. Does anyone know what this instrument's called? Yes. Saxophone. Someone had guessed saxophone earlier. This is what a saxophone looks like. And it also has the reed, the piece of wood, which vibrates. So we won't demonstrate that because it kind of hurts our ears a little bit. And then, what kind of music? Actually, in orchestras, there's not a lot of saxophone music. Did you know that? There's only like 2 or 3 pieces written with saxophone in it. So what kind of music or genre of music is saxophone very popular? Yes. Jazz, that's right. And Nick's, he's a really good jazz player, so let's hear his saxophone. Okay, so now we're going to put these instruments together, and we have an octet behind you, and they're going to demonstrate what it sounds like when you put all the woodwinds together. And this is a piece called Rustic Holiday.